Hello and welcome to this segment of Life Bytes. I'm your host Ruchi M, bringing to you the success story of Indian-American entrepreneur in Houston, Atul Vardhacharya.
The company Igenix, it's been around since 1993. I joined the company in May of 2001, so I'm now entering my 8th year at Igenix. And our lead compound is a molecule called lactoferrin alpha, and this is actually what a vial of our product looks like. It's an immunostimulatory protein, so it modulates the immune system. It's derived from a protein that's found in milk, which actually helps establish the immune system in the baby, which is why breastfed babies are a lot healthier than bottle-fed babies. This protein is one of the important reasons for that. And so what we are focused on is using this protein to help patients with cancer. And we have, over the last 6-7 years, we have completed 2 placebo-controlled randomized phase 2 clinical trials in patients with lung cancer. And we are getting ready to start phase 3 trials, and that's an important milestone for Igenix and for Houston as well, because phase 3 is the final step based on which the FDA can approve a drug for patients to be able to receive it and for the drug to be marketed. So it's an important step, and we expect that we will be able to start our phase 3 trials in patients with lung cancer later this year.
What kind of tips would you give to the young professionals aspiring to be entrepreneurs?
I think the most important thing to be a successful entrepreneur is the fact persistence, optimism, and networks. I think those are probably 3 of the most important factors. So I think on the persistence piece, it's rare that somebody comes and hits a home run the first time out and has an extraordinarily successful business the first time they try. So it's important to go out, be willing to take chances, and recognize that it may be successful. If it's not successful, keep coming back. So I think that's really important. I think the optimism piece is the other one, where I think most businesses are going to go through patches. And I was at a meeting recently where I heard about some of the very successful Indo-American businessmen here in Houston who on more than one occasion were almost wiped out. I mean, I'm talking about 20, 30 years ago in some cases. But many of the people who are viewed as being the examples of really successful businessmen here were on very close to not being as successful. So I think it's important to persevere and have the optimism. And finally, I think this is true for all, whether it's an Indo-American businessman or any other kind of businessman. It's your network, your relationships, all of those really matter. And I think we are fortunate that in addition to the mainstream networks that we all build, we also have access to the Indo-American networks. And so I would encourage people to work on making sure that their networks are as strong and robust as possible, both in the mainstream as well as people with Indo-American heritage. And I think things like the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, if I really look on what it is that we are doing, because I think one of our primary roles in the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce is to help Indo-American businesses succeed. And to us, really, the 2-3 pieces that are really important. One is to actually have events that will allow people and teach people, whether it's our small business seminars, to actually provide information that will help people be successful, as well as provide the background and facilitate the formation of networks and relationships, because I think those are the pieces that we can do most to help people succeed.
How does your family look at your success, your parents, your wife? How would you sum up your success in the family aspect?
I'm very fortunate that I have a family that's been extraordinarily supportive, whether it's my parents, my in-laws, my wife, my children, and been supportive in multiple fronts. And I think they are proud of everything that I have been fortunate enough to be able to achieve. And I think they probably place a higher value on some of the things that I do than I personally might. But I think they've been very excited and are always happy to hear about successes. Of course, from my perspective, all of my business successes are important, but probably as or more important is my family itself. And so in that sense, I really measure my family as being part of my overall success. And I'm also fortunate in that my wife is an oncologist. So in a way, I have a free consultant at home because our primary drug development is in cancer. And in fact, we collaborate with folks at MD Anderson as well. So it's actually very nice that Gauri and I are approaching the same field, the cancer field, in very different ways. Me from a drug development perspective, she primarily from a clinical research and patient perspective. So in that sense, I think they and my father, who's a physician, are actually able to see, especially my business successes and the business development successes at Igenix. They can look at it and evaluate it even on a professional basis, which is nice as well.
You have two lovely daughters, and growing up here, as parents, what would you like to see in them?
I think first and foremost, just to be adults with good values, core values in terms of, honesty, patience, kindness. Besides that, all of us want our kids to succeed, so they should succeed in whatever they enjoy doing, and also manage to get their American upbringing along with the Indian culture. I think just the benefit they have of having the two cultures on their side and being able to be so global about it is just wonderful, and we just hope that they enjoy the experience.
Who takes care of the discipline in the house?
Me, definitely.
Not between the two of you, maybe between your parents.
They both take care of it very fairly. Like, they make sure that they don't play favorites, even though I'm the favorite one. And hey! That is not fair! Remember when you were teasing me, and I called Mom on the phone and she said she likes us equally.
Okay, next.
It's a wrap, and I'll wrap it up with a word association game, some fun stuff for y'all. And first it'll be Atul and then Tanvi. We chose Tanvi to participate in it. Are you ready, Atul? Women.
Success.
Love.
Gauri.
Houston.
Medical Center.
Indo-American Chamber of Commerce.
Helping the community.
Aishwarya Rai.
Actress.
Food.
Lunch.
Politics.
Challenging.
Children.
2.
And the last one, parties.
Late.
Women.
Me.
Shrek.
Funny.
School.
Boring.
Houston.
Fun.
Food.
Yummy.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Old now.
Oops. Politics.
Confusing.
Children.
Me.
Mommy.
Her.
Better than that.
Okay.
And the last is a very serious question for a little 6-year-old. Love.
Not yet.
Not even from mom and dad? Well, my guest today, Atul Vardhacharya, has been absolutely inspiring. What sets him apart? In spite of his great success, his modesty and humbleness. I'm Ruchi Mukherjee, and thanks for being with us on this segment of Life Bytes. See you next time.